children? In last class, I explained you non-detailed Karna lesson written by Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. So he wrote Tamil Mahabharat in English, and this is the extract. This Karna lesson is the extract of whatever that Chakravarti Rajagopalachari wrote Mahabharata in English. So here in last class we learnt about that there was a competition, that there was an exhibition of showing the skill whatever they learnt, that Pandavas and Kauravas whatever they learnt from Kripacharya and Dronacharya, and Arjuna showed very much skill of arrows and bow, and he used a lot of skills, and he showed to people, exhibited to people, in front of people that gathered there, that city people, so many people gathered to see there, and that Arjuna was shown his skill, and others also they showed their skills. But what happened here, children, that at that time, at the end of that show, that one person entered the stadium and he shouted loudly that he wants to show his skill. He was more eligible and more talented than Arjuna, and he said that he wants to show his talent in front of the people and the royal family. So what happened here, but he was not a prince. So that Kripacharya not allowed him to show his talent. But at that time what happened, children? Duryodhana, he became a very good friend. Immediately he became a close friend to Karna, and immediately what he did? He made him king of Anga. And he did all the rituals whatever needed to a king to become a king. He did there only, and he gave crown and all jewels and gems to Karna, and he announced Karna was the king of Anga. And what happened here, children? But actually they were not ready to fight with the ordinary people, that all princes they have to fight with and princes only. But here Karna, he was the son of chariot, that Adhiratha, and that he got him in a river actually. And what happened here, children? Actually his father was son Bhaskara, we are calling sun god. And what happened here, that actually Arjuna, he don't wants to fight with Karna because he don't know his family background. And when they know about his family background, that he was the son of a charioteer, that Bhima started to laugh loudly, and he insulted Karna, that he was the son of chariot, and he was not at all eligible to fight, and not at all die in the hands of, he was not at all eligible to die also in the hands of Arjuna. That time what happened, children, that Duryodhana and his brothers, they became very close to Karna, and that Duryodhana became very much angry with the words of Bhima. And next, now open page number 133. It is unworthy of you, O Ripodara, to speak that bravery is the hallmark of a Kshatriya, nor is there much sense in tracing greater heroes and mighty rivers to their sources. I could give you hundreds of instances of great men of humble birth, and I know our awkward questions might be asked of your own origin. That Duryodhana became very serious about the allegations of Bhima about Karna. And what happened here, that Duryodhana started to scold Bhima in rude words, that he said that valor means bravery. Valor means bravery. He said that bravery belongs to Kshatriya, hallmark of Kshatriya. Nor is there much sense in tracing greater heroes, that we should not trace the family background of so many heroes, that they don't know their father and mother. Some this type of families also they become great Kshatriyas. So that bravery is not belongs to only Kshatriya, and we should not trace the family background of any man. That, and he also teased Bhima that you question yourself how you origined. You question yourself, then you will know about it. That this type Duryodhana he scolded Bhima. Look at this warrior, his good like form and bearing, his armor and earrings, and his skill with weapons. That Duryodhana, what he did? He shown Karna and he said, see his earrings and armor. It means that Karna had by birth only he had earrings and armor. Karna Kundala Mattu Kavacha ant heli kariteve ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ. He had by birth only that one. When he born, no, that time only he got it. So that Duryodhana showed that one earrings and armor, and he explained that see him, how he looks. He was a great warrior. You should not tease in this manner. It seems Duryodhana become very angry on Bhima. Surely there is some mystery about him, for how could a tiger be born of an antelope, unworthy of being king of Anga? Did first say, I verily hold him worthy to rule the whole world. See, he said that I made him king of Anga and he became the king also. Now no need to talk about his family background. Maybe there may be great background of him only, because he was so nice to see and he had by birth only earrings and armor on his chest. So what happened here, children? That Duryodhana talking about Karna, that Bhima, he was teasing the Karna and he became angry and he is talking in the form of Karna. In generous wrath, Duryodhana took Karna in his chariot and drove away. What happened here? That in that after talking that one, Duryodhana took Karna in his chariot only and they went off from that place. Wrath means anger. In angry only, he took the hand of Karna and they both went in a chariot out of that stadium. The sun set, the crowd dispersed in tumult. There were groups loud in talk under the light of the lamps, some glorifying Arjuna, others Karna, and others again Duryodhana according to their predilection. See here, tumult means confusion. They were in confusion, people. That what happened at the end of that exhibition, that people whoever gathered, no, they were under confusion. What they have to conclude, they don't know what to say. That whatever happened at the end of that exhibition, then they become little bit confused about that one. And what happened here, children? That glorifying means praising. They were glorifying Arjuna. They were talking about, they were praising the Arjuna and his skill, about his talent. That people who gathered there, no, some few people, they were actually confused about whatever happened in the stadium. But few people, they started to praise Arjuna. And some, they were talking about Duryodhana. Predilection means unavoidable. That they were talking about the Duryodhana, that whatever happened, how he made that Karna as a king. They were talking, they were discussing in a group about the matter, whatever happened in the stadium. Indra foresaw that a supreme contest was inevitable between his son Arjuna and Karna, and he put on the garb of Brahman and came to Karna, who was reputed for his charity, and begged of him his earrings and armor. See what happened? That time actually Arjuna not fought with Karna, but Indra, actually Arjuna was the son of Indra. That he became little bit tense, that Indra became in tension, that in future may Arjuna and Karna may fought and anything may happen to my son, it seems. What he did, he came in the form of like a Brahman, garb of a Brahman. He came and he asked that by birth Karna had earrings and armor on his chest. No, he asked that too. That was protecting him, but he took that both to protect his son Arjuna. Arjunana ಕಾಪಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕರ್ಣನ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಕಿವಿ ಇಯರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕವಚ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಂಡಲಗಳನ್ನ ಕರ್ಣನಿಂದ ಇಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. The sun god had already warned Karna in his dream that Indra would try to deceive him in this manner. Deceive means cheat. That Indra will definitely come and he will ask, because that Karna is the son of God's son. So Bhaskara we are calling, no? That so what he did in dream, he came. Bhaskara, he came and told to Karna that Indra will definitely come and he will deceive you. Deceive means cheating. He will cheat you definitely and he will ask something to you, but you don't give that one. That son already knows that one and he want to Karna, but Karna gave, because at charity time, morning time, he won't say no to anyone. So he gave to Indra his earrings and armor. Still Karna could not bring himself to refuse any gift that was asked of him. Hence he cut off the earrings and armor with which he was born and gave them to Brahmana. That he know that Indra, he came in the form of Brahmana and he asked earrings and armor, means without thinking Karna gave that one. By birth he had it one, but he gave that one to that Brahmana. But in dream that son came and he want to Karna not to give that one, but he can't say no to anyone. He was very famous to give charity, so he can't say no and he gave it to Indra. Indra, the king of gods, was filled with surprise and joy. After accepting the gift, he praised Karna as having done what no one else would do, and shamed into generosity, bade Karna ask for any boon he wanted. Boon means blessing. That he said, if you want anything, I become very happy that you gave your earrings and armor. No, I am very happy that no one will give this type of charity to anyone, but you gave Karna, you asked me something, I will give you, I will grant you that blessing. If you want, you ask me this type. That Indra said to Karna. Karna replied, I desire to get your weapon, the Shakti, which has the power to kill enemies. That Karna replied that if you want to give me your weapon, and that one kills the enemies, no, that one you give to me. This type that Karna asked to Indra. Indra granted the boon, but with a fateful proviso. He said, you can use this weapon against but one enemy. That proviso means condition. He put one condition to Karna, that I am giving a weapon to you, but you should use only one time this one against one enemy only. With that condition, that Indra gave one Shakti weapon to Karna. And it will kill him whosoever may be. It will kill, but only one time on one enemy you have to use this one. And afterwards it will come back to me. It will kill definitely, but on one person only it will work. On this condition, Indra gave one weapon to Karna. But this killing done, this weapon will no longer be available to you, but will return to me. That he said that when you will kill one enemy with this weapon, no, afterwards it will come immediately to me only. It will not remain with you. Only one time on one enemy you have to use this weapon. That Indra put condition to Karna. With these words, Indra disappeared. That he took earrings and armor of Karna and he gave one weapon to Karna that he should only use one time on one enemy, and in this condition he gave blessings to Karna and he disappeared from that place. So here extract from an earlier chapter, here one more story of Karna is there. Karna went to Parshurama and became his disciple by representing to him that he was a Brahmana. That Parshurama, he was going to teach only Brahman, not to Kshatriya or any other caste people in that time. That what happened, he said lie to Parshurama. He said he is also belongs to Brahman only, and he took all education from Parshurama. He learnt from Parshurama the mantra for using the master weapon known as Brahmastra. That he learnt how to use Brahmastra. He learned the mantra how to use the Brahmastra from Parshurama by telling lie that he is a Brahmin. One day Parshurama was reclining with the head on Karna's lap when stinging worm burrowed into Karna's thigh. See what happened here, children, that when that Parshurama recline means lie down, he slept on the thigh of Karna. reclining, means lie down. He lie down on the thigh of Karna to take the rest. That Guru Parashurama, he lie down on the thigh of Karna and he wants to take the rest. But what happened, children? That time one worm came. That sting means it has a sharp sting it had, and it started to burrow to Karna's thigh. It started to drill in the Karna's thigh and the blood flew away. Blood began to flow and the pain was terrible. That it started to sting. ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಕಚ್ಚಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಲೋ ಆಯಿತು. ಮೈ ಕಾಲೊಳಗಿಂದ ರಗತ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹರಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. That happened. That immediately what happened? But Karna bore it without tremor. Tremor means shaking. Without shaking, he tolerated that pain. Tremor means shaking. Without shaking, he sat in that manner only, because if he shaked means his guru will be got up from sleep, no? So what he did, without shaking, he sat in that manner only. With that terrible pain, he tolerated without shaking. He started to tolerate that pain, because if he shaked means his guru will be got up from the sleep, no? So in that thought, what he did, children, he sat like so only by tolerating that terrible pain of that stinging worm. Parashurama awoke and saw the blood which had poured from the wound. See that so much blood came out of Karna's thigh. That stinging worm, it started to burrow on thigh, inside the thigh, and so much blood came out of his thigh. But when Parashurama woke up, no, that he saw so much blood was there. That time he became angry. He said, "Dear Papil, you are not a Brahmana, because the Brahmins not have so much tolerance of the pain that Kshatriya can only tolerate." That type he assumed, that Parashurama assumed that you are not a Brahmin. He said lie to Parashurama, no, that I am a Brahmin, and he learnt everything, how to use the Brahmastra also he learnt from Parashurama. But what happened is, children, with this instinct what happened, no, that Parashurama said that you are not a Brahmin, because Brahmins not having so much tolerance capacity. A Kshatriya alone can remain unmoved under all bodily torments. Tell me the truth. Torments means sufferings. That he came to a conclusion that you are not a Brahmin, that Brahmins cannot tolerate this much pain, body pain. But you are tolerating this much pain means you are not a Brahmin, you are Kshatriya. Maybe you are Kshatriya. Tell me the truth. This type of Parashurama became angry and asked to Karna. Karna confessed that he had told a lie in presenting himself as a Brahmana, and that he was in fact the son of Chariter. See here, he accepted that. Confessed means admit. He admitted that he was not a Brahmin, he was the son of a Chariter. He admitted, Karna, when Parashurama asked, you are not a Brahmin, that Brahmin cannot tolerate this much of pain. Maybe you are Kshatriya, tell me the truth. When Parashurama asked in angry, no, that time Karna accepted that actually he was not a Brahmin, he was a son of a Chariter. Parashurama in his anger pronounced this curse on him: since you deceived your Guru, the Brahmastra you have learned shall fail you at the fated moment. See, he gave curse. Shapavana kodtane Parashurama, that whatever you learnt to use the Brahmastra, no, that you will forget at that moment when you want its mantra and all, no, that the neck of moment you will forget everything ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಶಾಪವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಪರಶುರಾಮ. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಅದು ಉಪಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತೀಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ he gave one curse to Karna. You will be unable to recall the invocatory mantra when your hour comes. that he said that when he wants to use that Brahmastra, no, that time only you will forget the mantra whatever I taught to you, because he cheated that Parshurama by telling that he was a Brahman. So what happened, dear children? That Parshurama became very much angry and he give curse to that Karna that he should forget everything. At that moment when there is a very essentiality of that mantra, that time only he should forget everything, the use of Brahmastra. This type he gave curse. Karna and the grandson. When he learned that Bhishma lay wounded and dying, Karna hurried to the place and fell at his feet and said, "Eldest of the race, Radha's son, who though no fault of his incurred your great displeasure, humble prostrates himself before you." See, he said, when see, after war, that battlefield only, that what happened, children? Bhishma, he laid down there only, and the arrows he laid down, and that time when Karna heard that one, no, he came immediately to meet Bhishma, that grandsire of that race, that Kuru Vamsha, and he came and he met him and he said, "You receive my salute, because so many days you are not happy with me, with my behavior, you are not happy with me, but now at least you receive my salute." This type he requested to Bhishma. Behind he said he is the son of Radha. When after humble salutation Karna stood up, the grandsire, greatly moved, tenderly placed his hand on Karna's head and blessed him. See what he did, that Bhishma, he put his hand on Karna's head and he wholeheartedly blessed Karna, that he know that he was not the son of Radha, he was the son of Kunti. "You are not Radha's son, young man," that Bhishma said, "you are not the Radha's son." He said in loving tones, "You are Kunti Devi's own firstborn." That he know very well that Karna was the son of Kunti Devi, not Radha. He was the first son of Kunti Devi. Now he told that one to Karna, that he know very well that whose son he was. "Narada, who knows all the secrets of the world, himself revealed this to me." He said, Narada, that he told, he know very well about all that world secrets he know, Narada. He came and he only told me that you are the son of Kunti Devi and you are not the son of Radha and Adhiratha. "Son of Surya, truly I entertained no dislike for you." Son of Surya, truly I entertained no dislike for you, but I was grieved to see your increasing hatred of the Pandavas, although they gave you no cause for it. That actually he was loving very much to Karna, but how much he was hating that Pandavas, no, that was not tolerating by Bhishma. ಭೀಷ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಪಾಂಡವರನ್ನು ಇವನು ದ್ವೇಷ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But he know very well that he was the son of Kunti Devi. Then he was hating so much to Pandavas, no, so he was disliking Karna. "I know and admire your valor and your open-handedness, and I know also that you belong to the class of Falguna and Krishna in prowess." That Falguna means Arjuna, one more name of Arjuna, and Krishna. You are also so skillful like Arjuna and Krishna. I know very well, and you are so much open-handed, means whatever the people will ask, you are going to chariot them. So much you are open-handed, and you are also so much talented and skillful like Arjuna and Krishna. I know very well about you. It is proper that you befriend the Pandavas. Now also he is telling you, become friends of Pandava. You become friend of Pandavas. Don't hate them. Therein lies the right path for you, who is their brother. That you are the first son of Kunti, means you became brother of that 5 Pandavas. So he told that you go and join them. You become friend of Pandavas, and it will be better path. You may go and join them. He requested to Karna. "With the closing of my part in this war, may the chapter of your enmity also close. This is my wish, Karna. That Bhishma said that you are always hating that Pandavas. No, you stop it now. That enmity you close now. That my chapter also now ended. And in this war only that one ended, and you also end your enmity with Pandavas and go and make friendship with Pandavas. This type Bhishma said to Karna. So here what happened, children, that Karna next he will become the chief of the army of Kauravas, and whatever will happens we will learn in the next class. Okay, read the lesson again and again. Okay.